You guys, T-Square has just been kidnapped.
Hello! My name is Trent also.
Never mind. They took him and gave him back.
It is a serious joke. I'm sorry that there was obnoxious screaming. That was not me. What's up, one? How are you guys doing? What? Welcome in, Brew Crew. Come on in. Give us the love. Guys, before we get started, because we got so much news to talk about today. It was exciting. New all-time high. We got the SUI crap. We have a bunch of other stuff I wrote down to talk about, and I don't want to get into it yet because I'm still trying to remember what it was, but it's going to be really good because I haven't written it down. Guys, smash that golden like button, please. Preferably not down, but we prefer to do the upside. That is right. 2 thumbs up with the golden thumb. And we got the bell to help remind you guys, check out the corners, because that is where the subscribe button is, and we need it to grow that YouTube algorithm, because it's the greatest algorithm on the planet, and they force you to ask. And yes, that is why we get through the hard part real fast. Trent, you took down the banner, man.
Oh, well, that's an easy fix.
I know, I'm doing it.
Lucky
right
for you.
Beat ya. I beat ya. It's okay. Sarah's messing with my volume. She was creating, guys. Guess what? We got new music coming in here pretty soon. We created a whole new soundtrack, so we don't have to listen to the rock and roll headbanging next hour and a half.
Oh, did Sarah make it herself?
Yeah, she used to do that and sell the music. So
yeah, you told me.
She's like a natural at everything. Besides the dishes and the laundry. I'm just kidding. She did a great job.
Molly said, tell her to make me something cute.
Well, Jeremy, why are you saying things backwards, upside down, right side up? You trying to confuse me? Man, I got 4 eyes, bro. I can barely see as is. Guys, I brought another huckleberry lemonade today. And the reason why I brought this in today, because I don't know where you guys live, but we are a very sunny, sunshine day, and I mowed the lawn, and I'm feeling spicy. I don't know if you guys can notice. And so we're having a lemonade. It is a 503. It's 5 times 3 better than 805. So it's gonna be great, guys. Pop, the SMR pop. Boom. I don't even know what that means, but Trent says it every single time. I think it's gas related, but I don't know anything besides that. So it's a new experience for us. Jazz hands.
ASMR. It's the videos where they get real close to the mic and they like do things quietly and you can hear every move that's being made. And they scratch the girls will scratch the long fingernails on stuff and you can hear it. And they'll click around on stuff or they'll eat stuff, you know?
Yeah, well, that's just weird, and my mic sucks, so I can't even do that. I have to get a new mic. It's on my agenda, guys. Maybe for my birthday, my wife will give me that. It says I got my keyboard from Temu. See, I read it. I had to think about it. Okay, Trent, you want to go into our sponsors, guys? We can get the fun part out of the way before we get in the new algorithm. And so, Trent, I take it away. It's on you. You got this. You're over here. You're the man.
Yes, we'll say more about BidPie when we're looking at charts and stuff. But yeah, if you're looking for a good leverage exchange, check out BidPie. Build your dream finance, and it's a great place to trade. We love it ourselves. And go ahead and check out Caleb and Brown. Link to both of these in the comments. With Caleb and Brown, you're able to speak with your broker at any time, 24/7. You can be at Disneyland, in the Magic Kingdom itself. You can be at the beach. You can be at
my house.
You can be at Thanksgiving at Grandma's house, and you don't have enough time to. You see the charts moving. It might be bear market time at that point, and you don't have the time to jump on your decks that you're holding your stuff on and go ahead and sell off your assets. But what you can do is shoot off a little text to your broker at Caleb and Brown and say, "Can you please sell half of my position
You could
immediate.
be looking at Bitcoin like this on the 5-second chart and be like, Caleb and Greg, can you please go buy Bitcoin right now at this price? I'm watching it get cheaper.
Also, happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and you want to take advantage of that dip. Oh, also Australians don't celebrate Thanksgiving, silly. They didn't have pilgrims that went and got rescued by Indians.
You can also text your broker and say, I'm really scared.
XRP is not dead, one. How dare you? You know, that's part of my news I have today. That is so rude, man. Did you know XRP is like my biggest bag, right? I mean, I don't know if you can tell from the hat. But one, they made another offer today to buy. You're making me go into my news already, but they made another offer to buy Circle today for $11 billion. You know, SHIB's not even worth $11 billion. So what do you say to that? Huh? SHIB could sell every single token, they won't be $11 billion. You got me all spiced up, man. Spiced up.
You skipped my beer, bro.
Okay, I'm sorry, but the one got me going. I wasn't even ready yet. He was mocking my hat. I paid good money for this hat. Ooh, that was a big 5-second drop.
They're going to sell XRP tokens to buy Circle.
You know what? Well, you know what does SHIB do? You know how many tokens SHIB's Foundation's probably sold? You know, they make most of the money is from fees.
Yes, it will do well.
Be around in 20
I have a big
years,
bag of it
XRP
myself.
Or SHIB?
He's just yanking your chain, the one.
No, he's doing that to me on purpose.
Well,
yeah.
Today I've got a new shipment. I've got a whole new case of monkish beer right here. It is trapped in. This one is trapped in the 90s, and it's a.
I like it already.
It's a double dry hopped, double hazy IPA coming in at 8.5% from Monkish Brewing Company in sunny Anaheim, California. And we got our little
and then
ASMR pop.
ASMR part, you go like this.
And our pour. Got that nice opaque yellow color. Just what we want to see out of a good hazy IPA. A good New England IPA, if you will. Until Southern California started doing New England IPAs better than New England.
The one wants you to answer him before you try your beer. He's making you wait. He actually wants me to answer him, but I'm not going to interrupt you, so I want you to answer him.
Peter Schiff is going to speak at the Bitcoin conference. Was that?
I don't know about that, but it would be cool if he did.
Yeah, and then Jamie Dimon is next. You know, I was listening to Crypto Jeb talk about how Jamie Dimon before 2020 was like, if any JP Morgan employees buy Bitcoin, oh, he really is? Whoa. Hey, Tyler, pull up the list of speakers while I finish.
You pull up the list of speakers. I'm going to.
All right, go.
I'm going to go lean into crypto bubbles. How's that? I like watching it on the Bitcoin 5. That would be really interesting. I actually heard a rumor about this like a week ago from Crypto George, but you know, it was just a rumor at the time, so I can really apply it. Guys, check out for the day. Who bought whip yesterday? Up almost 20%. Who let the dogs out? Who put the hat on? Who? I was kidding. Not me. Why is World Coin pumping? I thought everybody hated this coin because no one wants to sell their retinas.
Oh my God, guys, this is real. I'm kind of embarrassed. I should have known this.
Jupe is up 20%.
Oh my God.
I actually think Jupe can do really good.
This is like Martin Luther. This is like Martin Luther speaking at a Vatican event.
You know, it's because he's freaking out because he realizes after Michael Saylor talked to Peter Schiff that Bitcoin's going to pass gold at some point. You know, they
Yeah.
always say you can find more gold, but I'm like, no, you can't. You can, but you can't. I'm like, the world's only so big. And if you're like me, a flat earth it, you know that space is not possible. So you know that you only have a limited amount of gold, and that's it. Plus, you know, I don't know if you've ever held an ounce of gold in your hands, but I have silver. I don't really have that much gold because I like silver more. When you hold silver, man, it is so pretty. It really is.
Cheers to Bitcoin Pizza Day, May 22nd. It is also my mother's birthday today, and
you want
shout
to know
out
how much
to her.
Oh, shout out.
But on May 22nd of 2010, I believe, right? It was 4 Papa John's pizzas bought.
I just pulled out the number for you. How much
yeah.
that 10,000 Bitcoin is.
Yeah, that's what you paid, right? 10,000 Bitcoin. Yeah.
Do you know how much 10,000 Bitcoin's worth right now?
It looks like I see it on your screen. 1.1 billion.
1.11, which is actually really funny because also today's the day that guy was like, "Look, it's Bitcoin's $111." Isaac Miller.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if that was actually today, but it could be.
And you know, I'm over here. But let's give some perspective, right, to the burger. I'm over here a little sad before we started our stream because I took a good amount of profits on I was trading Cash all day, right? And I got in, my first exit, I got out, it took like $600 of profit. Then I waited for a few hours, I got back in, and my re-entry, so my first write-up was from $1.53 to about $1.64. Okay, I pulled $600 out of that in profit.
You could trigger wave in a Kosh too.
I waited for I waited a few hours for it to cool off, and I got back in at 63 cents, and then I rode that up to $1.70, and I took profits again, this time like $450 in profit. And then right before the stream, I was watching it continuing up to like 174, and here I am over here sad because I'm missing out on the rest of that move as we speak. But Bitcoin Pizza Guy, he missed out on
1.11 billion right now. In his defense, I'm sure he's doing quite well because I don't think he sold all his Bitcoins.
Right.
I think Akash is going to keep moving too, Trent.
Yeah, I know.
It's going up, the VWAP's going up, money flow's going up. The only thing is the strength's going down, so you might get like a little bit of red. This is the 4 hour.
Yeah.
Like the 12 hour, we just got market set for 8. 1 just lit up. And then VWAP's still coming up, strength's coming up, red's coming up, the blue oscillator waves are coming up. On the daily, the gates are screaming, opening up, VWAP's screaming up. Anchor wave, trigger wave, and you have the money flow coming in.
Yeah, what started spooking me, you know, is on the 4 hour charges that the RSI and the stochastics are like way up there.
It's okay. It's gonna keep moving.
Yeah.
I'll bet my life savings on it. It's a good thing I don't have a whole lot of money in the bank.
It doesn't matter though, because I'm out now. I may as well go back to the
24 minute looks kind of scary. Like it could reset down here, I think, before it really continues. But I could be wrong. Actually, this is a gold pattern right here.
I'll either try to get an entry.
He did probably sell it all at that time, but he was mining it. I'm sure he continued mining it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm either gonna have to
Happy birthday, Trent's mom.
Happy birthday, Mom. I'm either gonna have to re-enter, wait for a re-entry, or just go back to the drawing board and look for another coin to trade. I'm thinking Ondo. Man,
Well, before we get into trading, Trent, don't stress it because there's always opportunities. Okay? always get in.
Yeah.
Secondly, let's continue, and I'm going to read some news articles.
Okay.
All right, guys, we got 11 people watching right now. If you haven't hit the like button, also hit the subscribe button, and you are new, please do, because it helps support our YouTube algorithm, and it sucks right now, not gonna lie. So any boost that we can get from new people is nice, okay? It's Trent's mom's birthday. Bless her birthday with hitting the subscribe button.
Yes.
All right, here's what happened in crypto today. Need to know what happened in crypto today? Here's the latest news on the daily trends and events impacting Bitcoin's price, blockchain, DeFi, NFTs, blah, 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 blah. Senators plan to amend the Genius Act to address Trump's family stablecoin. A majority of the U.S. Senate voted to advance the bill regulated payment stablecoins on May 20th. High-ranking Democrats are planning to propose an amendment to the legislation to President Trump's connections to the cryptocurrency industry. According to a May 22nd Axios report, Senator Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and Senators Elizabeth Warren and Jeff McKernley will file an amendment to the Guiding Establishment of National Innovation for the U.S. Stablecoin Act, or Genius Act, to block the U.S. president from profiting from stablecoins. Because he totally profits off stablecoins.
Yeah.
Everybody profits off stablecoins. The proposed amendment would come after 18 Democrats sided with Republicans in the Senate in voting in advance the bill on May 20th after it failed a procedural vote on May 8th. Passing the Genius Act without our anti-corruption amendment stamps congressional seal of approval on Trump's selling access and influence, the highest bidder, Murphy said in the May 2022 ex post. Okay, this just sounds like a load of crackus. Trump and his three sons are involved in the crypto platform World Liberty Fi, which is launched in the USD1 stablecoin in March. Critics have pointed out that the president could continue to personally benefit from the legislation that helps recognize the stablecoin like USD1 as a financial instrument in the US. Okay, sure. Actually, the only son that I do know that works with World Liberty is Eric, because he's on the board. And the only connection that Trump actually has to World Liberty is that he owns businesses that own parts of World Liberty. Okay, so that's the first thing. Second thing is the SUI DEX CETUS hit by suspected hack, over 200 million potential losses. The one thing I heard two different theories on this today is one, it was a hack, and the second was CETUS had a bug and the money's still there. So, but they were saying this is the hack, in which I have my own opinion on it, and I'll get into it in a second. The CETUS decentralized exchange DEX built on SUI blockchain is suspected to have been hit by a massive exploit that may have drained more than 200 million worth of digital assets. The pseudonymous Web3 researcher ComDare3 posted on X the user report that SUI-based CETUS is being exploited. They also shared a screenshot of CETUS market data on DEX screeners showing many assets losing well over half of their value over the last 24 hours. The team behind Extractor on-chain monitoring tool developed by the crypto cybersecurity company Hacker confirmed that at least 63 million was already bridged to Ethereum. 20k ETH was transferred to Fresh Wallet in a single transaction. So it doesn't sound like it's a bug. It sounds like it was a hack. A hacking representative told the Cointelegraph that these findings were confirmed by the company's Web3 researcher Ihor Yeditsya. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. CETUS pool data shows that as of the time of writing, the DEX processed 2.9 billion worth of transactions on May 22nd, a significant increase over the 320 million report on May 21st. This heightened level of activity may have been caused by funds being siphoned out of the protocol. CETUS did not immediately respond to Cointelegraph's request for comments about the suspected exploit. A SUI team representative gave no comment to Cointelegraph regarding the CETUS situation. Some tokens, such as the Lombard Stake BTC or Axel Coin, lost most of their value on CETUS. Top 15 losers all lost access to 3/4 of their price. Okay, it doesn't look like this article is going to cover this part, but we're going to go into it anyways because I feel like it is important. It's part of like the thumbnail. So what they also did, you might be able to shed some more light on this better than I can, Trent, because I don't know the full story behind it, but along the lines, they froze $220 million of the hackers' funds. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So they did, but they did switch some money from into ETH, right? Is that money frozen or not frozen?
Well, no. So they froze the wallet that held those funds, and then they restored those funds back to the Cetus platform. So how they did that, I'm not sure. I mean, one way to do this, like if you think back to the big Ethereum rollback debacle, you can roll back that that transaction in the block as if it never
That's what
happened.
I thought. So he's saying they froze 60%. The ones that they froze back 60%. That which makes sense to me.
Yeah. So let me go to SUI's.
Okay, well you do that. I'll continue on my side. So
Yeah.
something that I think about this whole thing is that so they froze 60% and they returned 60% of the money. Now I personally think what they should have did, which would have cost them money, but I also think they would have gained more respect and more money out of it, and the price would have exploded. Was if they, instead of what they did, they should have gave the hacker the money basically, and then they should have taken the money out of their own pocket and refunded the $220 million. And I think if they would have did that, because this was the first hack ever, and they came out with a comment, be like, hey, this happened to us, guys. We fixed the exploit. We're keeping it still decentralized, and we refunded everybody's money out of our own pocket. I think that news would have came across the community so well. People would have felt so comfortable and secure that the fact that they paid for it out of their own pocket through the fees and money they've generated, that people would have bought that token even harder. Like, I think that's what would have happened. And they fixed the exploit, so that people would be like, okay, well, they fixed the problem. It has never happened before. They paid everybody. It's fixed. Problem solved. But what really happened is that they froze this account. Then they refunded 60% of the money of what they froze and sent that back to the people. Now, a lot of people are very upset about it because they are realizing now SUI is not decentralized, what they had thought, and they realized it's centralized. And what I was telling Trent before we started on the live stream is people are freaking out about them. I'm like, guys, just chill out, okay? First off, most crypto platforms are not decentralized. I mean, look at Ethereum. Why do you think there's Ethereum Classic that exists, okay? And then even when we're talking, Ripple holds like 50% of the supply of XRP. That's not really decentralized, right? And the same thing you could go with most of these exchanges is that most of them aren't decentralized. Even Crow, they just had a vote. Crypto.com, Chronos Chain, they had a vote, and it's not decentralized. I mean, they'd like to say they are, but they own majority of the nodes, so they were like, we're gonna have a vote and we're gonna do this. Thanks for playing, guys. Hasta luego. And that's how that went. And I actually do believe, like, I like the idea of decentralization. Like, that's why I buy Cardano. But I don't think most cases DAOs have a very hard time operating because they need like a head to make decisions. In other words, like most DAOs have a civil war and they want to separate anyways. So to me, it's not that big a deal. I know it's like super like not crypto to be centralized, but hey, Coinbase is not centralized. Binance not centralized. Crypto.com is not centralized. I don't think there's as many people think out there that can pass that decentralized platform test. And
so real quick, so the one said, so what happened was the liquidity was drained for the SUI coins on their blockchain. They restored some of the liquidity back, so if you tried to sell SUI coins, you would have lost 90% of your money. So look, here's from the Cetus Twitter account. Am I up? Okay, yeah, I'm up. So from the Cetus Twitter account, it says announcement. As of earlier today, we have confirmed that an attacker has stolen approximately $223 million from Cetus protocol. We have took immediate action to lock our contract, preventing further theft of funds. So they locked the smart contract that was, powering the transactions on their DEX. We have took immediate action to lock the contract, preventing further theft of funds. 162 million of the compromised funds have been successfully paused. So yeah, that sounds about like 60%. This is 11 hours ago, so I don't know if they've been able to recover any of the rest. 162 million has been successfully paused. We are working with the SUI Foundation and other ecosystem members right now on next step solutions with the goal of recovering the remaining stolen funds. So they do have a goal of recovering all of the funds. I don't know if that has materialized as of yet, but they say it's their goal. The majority of the impacted funds are paused, and we are now actively pursuing paths to recover the remainder. We have no higher priority and will provide further updates as they become available through this channel. A full incident report will be disclosed later. We are sincerely grateful for your patience. So, guys, here's the problem. This is a bigger issue to me. Looks like the liquidity pool on SUI, haha, it's awful. It really is awful. Like, there's a lot of people out there that want to bandage this up, make it seem like it's no big deal. I'm not going to name names on Twitter, but they're out there. There's one particular person's tweet on Twitter that I was, reacting to a bit earlier, and I'm not going to say who they are, but
it was me.
it was not him. It was definitely not him. So there's a lot of people out there that want to patch this up and bandage it up and make it seem like it's no big deal. Oh, everything out there is centralized. Look, CDIS was a huge by trading volume. It was huge. It was a huge DEX on the SUI ecosystem, and a lot of people are impacted by this. I don't know what the current status is of people who were actively trading or yield farming or lending or borrowing on CDIS. There's all of those actions that take place on a DEX, guys. Yield farming, staking your liquidity, your LP tokens that you receive when you stake your.
I don't think Cake ever got swapped, did it? I mean, hacked.
No, when you not like this, when you stake a pair on a DEX and you get your liquidity, your liquidity pool tokens, your LP tokens, and then you lock up those LP tokens and earn a passive reward on it. People are doing more than just trading on these DEXs, and all of these activities. Like I don't know exactly how all of these people are being impacted right now. It is a very big deal. What's going on?
Worrisome.
And
I think it'd be worrisome.
Yeah, and when we say, you know what, I'm just going to read my tweet from earlier. So
please read your tweet. I want to see your tweet response to me.
So earlier I posted, and this was in direct response to somebody who will remain unnamed for the moment. I said, SUI protocol is hacked, and we say, quote, and this is a loose quote of the person, but SUI protocol is hacked, and we say, well, aren't you glad the wallet can just be frozen and the funds restored to CDIS? And then I said, or you could just go the way of Cardano with real decentralization and no hacks, right? That's what bothers me about this, because this idea.
Oh my gosh, guys, Cardano just got hacked this last second. It's down 30%.
It's that's what bothers me about this, is it's this idea that's like, oh, what would you rather do? Have centralized intervention into the blockchain, or would you rather the hackers keep the funds? Which would you rather have? And I'm over here like, no, guys, there's a third option. There's a third option. It's have a peer-reviewed scientific approach to your blockchain and to your development, and do it right from the beginning. That's the third option, and that's the problem with the cryptocurrency space today compared to.
But what's on Cardano? That's so cool.
All kinds of stuff, but so that's the problem with the cryptocurrency space today compared to back in 2021.
It says, I thought they said they couldn't be hacked.
Well, all kinds of stuff is
well, they were wrong. That is true. Yeah. They were wrong.
Yeah. So,
well, they were wrong.
Guys, this is the problem with the crypto space today. We want to be too fast to market. right? We roll out a blockchain. We develop a blockchain, and it takes like a fortnight to do it. What's a fortnight? Like 41 days or something? Like you roll this thing out in a fortnight, and then you look back at it and you debug it afterwards. Guys, Cardano has been running since 2017.
But there's nothing cool in Cardano.
There's all kinds of stuff cool in Cardano. Do we realize that it took from 2017 to 2021 for smart contracts to go live on Cardano? And the problem with crypto today is that all of these new flashy chains are not stress tested. That's the problem. We want to roll things out in a microwave culture. We want instant gratification, and nothing is stress tested.
The newest shrimp feels spicy.
The newest flashiest kid on the block is like, is praised, and it's like, oh, no downtime until there is.
It's
no hacks
too,
until there
like,
are.
Even to the one's point, Shiba's never been hacked either. I don't think so. Right? I don't think Shib or Bone or what's the other one, Leash. I don't think they've ever been hacked either, to my knowledge. Isn't that interesting? Like how these cool up and coming projects are the ones that get hacked, but these old school ones aren't the ones that get hacked or been hacked.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know, guys. We want to roll this stuff out, and it's not stress tested. I get that we're living in a day where we don't have 4 years to wait for smart contracts to go live. I'm not suggesting that is the answer, but you have, forerunners in the space that have already done that have already paved the way. Like, it doesn't have to take 4 years, but you can take your time. Like, you can stress test this stuff.
What's your opinion, Trent, on WorldCoin?
Well, my opinion on WorldCoin, I don't really have one other than, surveillance culture, the age of surveillance, and it's masquerading as crypto. So there you go.
Doesn't like it, man. Doesn't like it. I'm shocked. What, you're not gonna sell your retinas to WorldCoin, so you can't be duplicated?
No.
In this space?
No, and also, that's all I have to say about the SUI thing. But look, it's no shade against SUI, honestly. Like,
it's a little shade.
It is, okay, it is. But honestly, we can all go buy whatever we want. Like, it's no shade against that. Like, it's gonna make money, guys.
Hey, you know what? If I had $1,000 right now, I would go buy SUI over Cardano, because SUI's down and Cardano's up and I buy the red. Buy the red, sell the green.
Well, but
I would take profits in Cardano and put it into SUI.
Yeah, well, but over since like Q3 of last year, I'm sure that SUI is up more.
Cardano and buy Picoin.
Since like Q3 of last year, I'm sure SUI is up way more.
Not financial
advice.
Hey, Trent, I forgot. I saw it. I still was in the middle of my article.
Oh, go for it.
Okay, guys, I'm throwing Trent down. Trent, add me to stage.
Oh, there you go.
Teamwork. Bitcoin climbs above 110K for the first time, rallying above 110. We rallied to 112, by the way, so good for us. For the first time on May 21st, and after it gained over 3% the past day and continued to rally early into May 22nd, high nearly of 112,000 as of 4 a.m. UTC. Cryptocurrency had well past the peak high of 109 that hit earlier on the day, which was the first time it traded above its long-held January 20th peak. Bitcoin has gained 20% this year and has nearly doubled since its slump of 75,000 on April 7th, triggered by the U.S. President Donald Trump enacting sweeping tariffs that tanked the global markets. Bitcoin's continued climb comes as U.S. stock markets are rattled by a 20-year bond action which sent Treasury yields soaring on May 21st. The S&P 500 fell 80 points on the half hour, while the NASDAQ and Dow Jones mirrored the move, as all the U.S. DEXs trading down on the day. Carol Bowler, CEO of Australian crypto exchange BTC Market, said in a note, Cointelegraph that Bitcoin's continued highs were driven by institutional grade of infrastructure and strongly regulatory clarity. And you know another thing too with what we got going on, Trent, with the fact that we're like 112.
Well, welcome, Ayaz in the chat. Thanks for being here, and thanks for engaging with us. We appreciate
that's probably. I bet you that's fresh news today because they're having the Tron is the #1 holder of the Trump coin, and Justin's son is having dinner with him tonight, huh? I bet you, and they had a private dinner.
Yeah.
Trump's company bought a large amount of Tron coins. Tron will be accepted as an ETF by the SEC and will become a digital currency collected by collect Tron on the spot to get rich. That's actually probably a pretty good, smart move. You know, I actually didn't collect those dots because I'm not a huge fan of Justin's son. But hey, give it to the guy. He knows how to market himself. I mean, tell me I'm wrong without telling me I'm right. You know what I mean? Yeah. You are right. Thank you, Ayaz Akiyazu.
Well,
I'm sorry if I mispronounced that right. That's not a very common first name that I've heard before or last name before.
Well, I just want to say
double A. I like that.
I just want to say that we appreciate your support. It would touch Tyler right in his heart if you subscribe to the channel, and it would make my dog wag her tail.
Oh, that would have been a great coin today. I should have thought about the micro meme coins. The man you never see, dude. Why? You should have told me that yesterday. Where were you, man? We're all about this micro cap like meme coins that are like 20K to 200K. What is that even at? Oh my gosh, I didn't even think of that. You know, Prody. Good for you, man. I wonder if I could short that someplace because I'm pretty sure after today it'll probably come down. Hey, man, you two guys are new, and we really appreciate you guys. If you want to help boost the YouTube algorithm, I already said it like 3 times, but F it, man. YouTube is a pain in the ass to grow, and we really appreciate if you guys hit that like button and subscribe button just to help us get boosted.
Hey, it's hard to grind on YouTube. It's not easy.
That's super smart, man. That's super smart. I'm into this coin right now. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. It's called Troll, like the original Troll meme. I don't know if you guys heard of it. But anyways, so it's like a 20 million market cap, but it makes me think of like Pepe in the early days, like the original Pepe, the original Troll. Like it has that draw to me. I'm like, I'm like, I wonder if this could be a thing. I'm gonna buy some and just long shot it. U.S. tourist drugged by a fake Uber driver and robbed of 123,000 Bitcoin report. You know, that's actually, it sounds like a lot of money, but it's really like 1.1 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Not even. That's like less than not even robbed for a Bitcoin. That's pretty wild. Maybe, you know what? Maybe you shouldn't tell your fake Uber driver that you own a bunch of crypto. That just sounds like a dumb idea.
Right. Right. And got a load in Brett, and it's going crazy today.
It is going crazy today. You know what else was just going crazy is WIF. WIF is up 17%, just a little bit more than hype.
Yeah.
And like 2% more than Brett. And WorldCoin's doing the best today. WorldCoin's doing the best. And you know what's funny? So you got Cetus that got hacked, right? On SUI. Their DEX, but Jupiter, Solana's DEX is like on fire. It's like up 20% today. Because everybody was like, F SUI, we're going to this centralized exchange. Like Solana's so much better than SUI. They've only gone down like 20 times in the bear market. Silly people. I think that's pretty much it, man, on the whole article. Unless you have something to say. Eric Trump tried to cancel my family, so we went. Actually, this kind of looks interesting. I almost want to press play on this to see what this article has. Because if Akizu said that they're making a Tron ETF. It's funny that these two guys came together and he tried to cancel me, so we made him an ETF. That would be really interesting.
Yeah.
We'll have to look at it tomorrow. Okay, Trent, you want to go into crypto analyzer?
Sure.
Sure,
So
we're gonna go look at our copy trades and.
yeah, so I'll add myself to stage, guys. Our
Name a
AI.
coin.
Well, I won't do that right now, but I'm going to show our AI generated trade setup. So what we have here is Crypto Analyzer Pro. It's free for the next 14 days or so, and link is in the description. When you come here to the dashboard, the first thing you're going to find are the ticker. The ticker is going across up here at the top. You'll see that there's 41 members. This is completely free right now. After Greg starts charging $9.99 a month, your account will remain free if you sign up right now. There's been 291 trade setups saved and 60 analyses saved. Then what you find is a news aggregator. So you can click view all. You can see all of the aggregated news from the day from different outlets, right? And so you can see all of those headlines. You can see the market overview, top gainers for the day, Aave, Curve, Pendle, Ethereum, Chainlink. Top losers for the day, and these are in the top 100, I believe. Fartcoin, EOS, Dexy, Brett, and Nexo.
Fartcoin top loser today?
I guess not.
It's up almost 10%.
Oh shoot! I wasn't refreshed. Sorry, it still thought Bitcoin was at 106. So here's the actual top gainers for today: WorldCoin, With, Jupe, Hype, and Brett. Dang, those are ripping. Top losers for the day: Walrus, which I believe isn't Walrus on SUI?
No, correct.
Yeah, Walrus, Pi, Core, SUI, and
gold.
Gold.
I think. Is that gold?
It's a gold
derivative.
Yeah.
What coins do we invest in? We suggest invest into right now. I mean, that's that really depends on your time frame. Okay, it's a little slightly of a loaded question. I mean, what are you looking to get out in like the end of the bull run, and are you willing to let other things run first, or are you looking at something short term where you want to hold on to it for like a week, or are you aiming for like a month? And if so, that's a little bit of a more gray area, but we can tell you what coins that we would like to buy if we had 10 grand that we want to go throw into coins right now. Or if you were to ask us what coins would we buy and hold to the end of the bull market that we would expect to have the most potential, we can answer those questions, but we need a little bit more meat to your bones that you're throwing us.
I'm always going to say
ADA,
Bitcoin, XRP, and Cardano. For long-term DCA, no matter what. Outside of that, if you're trying to level up your risk reward, a coin that I really love that is outside of the top 100 that I think is going to move up the rankings like a madman this year is Akash. Sorry. It is AI DePIN. It's decentralized physical infrastructure, distributed GPU rendering power with AI agents in the mix. It's going to absolutely crush it. It is a more innovative version of Render, to be honest. And I love Render, but Akash is going to make some moves. And then if you want to get lower than that, I'm going to suggest Cardano ecosystem coins, specifically Iagon and Indigo. So there you go.
And you know me, I have lots of different avenues or routes I would like to go. I just bought 5 digits of Crow, and my reasoning behind it was I think Crow has a good potential of going to $1 to $2 the bull run. I'm really thinking like $1.25 is like it's probably top, maybe like $1.50. That's what I'm expecting. But I also understand in that fact that Crow usually tends to be one of the last movers. Like last cycle, it was like one of the last ones to pop up. So can you wait that long to get those gains? Because everything else is going to run. You know, like Solana is probably going to go to $1,000 before Crow pops off. For the most part, I mean, Crow might be at 35 cents before it really wants to rip. You know. And so you kind of have to put that perspective on, is it better to put my money in Solana and then move into Crow, or is it better to buy you Crow now and wait? And then also, if you in risk versus reward, like I could probably tell you that Solana memes, if you could buy those blue chip ones or Pepe, will probably outperform most of the blue chip coins. But you could take that risk of buying meme. You want to buy Fart Coin, or you rather buy, you know, Solana? Well, Fart Coin's probably gonna do better than Solana. But Solana, you feel a lot safer buying. So it's kind of like a catch-22. You kind of have to balance. Like, it's hard for us to give you suggestions without actually knowing your risk versus reward. But that's kind of how things that I think about when I purchase things. I think Crypto.com has the name. It has the marketing. I think that they're really trying to grow and optimize their areas. Like, they're building a brand new office almost literally across DC Capitol.
Yeah.
The White House. So I think that Chris Marslick is probably in talks with Trump, and he has like a little crystal ball almost kind of saying, hey, this is a good idea, you know, and not necessarily, but Chris Marslick, the Crypto.com CEO, was invited to the Trump dinner tonight without owning any Trump token because he gets along with Trump. So he doesn't spend all this money, but the relationship that Trump has with Chris Marslick was like, hey, I like this guy. Let's have him come. He's like, yeah, he doesn't have this token. That's fine. Let's have him come. I want to talk to him more because this guy's smart and he knows what he's talking about. So you got to put little things in perspective. And most people don't even know that. There's some alpha for you.
So, you know, here on Crypto Analyzer Pro, you have your news aggregation, all that. And we come over here to AI analysis. And what you can do is you can go ahead and you can select your preferences. You can upload a picture of your chart by snapping the camera icon right here, or you can upload it from your own trading view. And you select you click trade setup, you select your preferences, you add any additional notes, and then you click analyze chart, and what it's going to spit out is an AI generated trade setup. And so I'll come over here to let me pull up my BidFi account.
Hey Trent, where were any coins that stood out to you last market? You're like, this is a terrible coin.
You know,
the one I always think about is the one Cummies. Do you remember that one?
Yeah. So
only fan for.
So over here, I'm going to go to. Am I sharing my?
Yeah, you're being asked about that trade that you're about to go into.
Where? What happened with that trade you were doing last week? I think it was. Yeah. So with the AI. So yeah, that's what I'm going to show you right now. It's
free right now. Gondre. I'm still gonna take me a while to figure that one out, man. But hey, sign up for it, bro. You only got 14 days before it's free, not free, and you might as well because once you get it for life.
Yeah. So I have my real trades here. I'll show them to you so that you know that I'm trading real stuff too. Right here's my ADA trade, 2,500 USDT in profit. I just closed. Go to trade history. What is happening?
You're showing us that you're trading for real money.
Yeah, okay. I don't know why it's not pulling. So you saw my position right there, and then transaction history.
Ganja Andre. Hey, that's I could do that. Ganja Andre. Oh, I see it now. I was saying it like one word, and now I see it like 2 words. Okay, Ganja Andre. I could do that. Is that better? Ganja Nendre.
Okay. So, anyways, I've been closing in and out of a cash trades all day, and I've done about $1,500 in the last 2 days, if not a little more. Now my Coin M futures. This is my XRP trade. And right here, I am 2,400 XRP in profit, because when you trade Coin M futures, you take your profit in the coin that you're trading rather than USDT, right? So, finally, for my AI trade, I did this on a demo account because I'm just doing whatever the AI says. So I'm not going to do it on I'm not going to blow up my actual account if it goes bad, right? I'm going to
not blow down.
I'm going to test it first, right? I'm going to back test it. and I'm going to trade this like 20 times, right? So the entry it gave me was at $101,897. And the take profit that it gave me was up at like 114,000. We're at 111 now, and I'm $813 in profit. So, what do you think? Should we just close this and then go on? You know, pick another coin tomorrow? No. All right.
I think
we'll leave it for right now. So that's on our demo account, and I just did exactly what the AI told me to do. So we're gonna back test this, and we're gonna do it like 20 times, and we're gonna figure it out. So there you go.
There you go, guys. We can leave it open a little longer because I think we're entering a good time.
Yeah.
You okay if I do some TA?
Yeah, go for it.
Guys, we're gonna do some TA for you. If you have any coins we would like us to look at, we will look at them for you. Bitcoin current price on the Heiken candles is $111,163. We have a red, currently has not closed yet, a red X to the downside. We have we don't have bearish divergence, but we have the Marcus FA has been really hot, and we have the 21 that's just about to cross over. We'll close it out so I can show you better. Cross over the 50. You can see the 21 right here. It's about to cross down. Crosses down. We will probably get a drop to about 107. I was thinking, I called it on today's Thursday, Tuesday, that I thought we'd be at like 113,000, made to 112, and then we would drop back down to 7-ish, maybe even 104 to fill our CME gaps, which would be a really healthy drop there. It's not something to be freaked out about, okay? I'm dropping back down here, maybe even to here. Where do we have it? We have a CME gap that's not closed until you hit 105. Okay, we have the CME gap right here. So if we can drop and fill that, that would be great. Also, oops. Sorry. Did we have the V? What the frick is going on? Sorry. Okay. I did something off my feet, man. I got my Hobbit feet. So we have VWAP coming down to that downside, but we have the money flow really thick. We do have a red dot saying we could take a little bit of a break. We almost have like a triple top right here, which is saying that no, Trent is not drinking a mimosa. He's drinking Kool-Aid. Thanks for asking, though.
It is a double dry hopped, double hazy IPA from Monkish Brewing Company, coming in at 8.5%.
But my Huckleberry Lemonade's coming in at 11, so I won.
Those New England IPAs, I'm telling you, they're got that opaque yellow color, but it has all of the hop bite that you're looking for. Not as much as a West Coast, okay, but you know the hoppiness is there, and it'll put some hair on your chest, even though it looks like orange juice.
And when I first met Trent, he took me to a bar and he bought me all these different exotic beers that I don't normally have around, and they were all phenomenal. This guy knows his beer. My uncle, I would love to take Trent to his bar. It's called Three Finger Jack, and he only has 3 fingers because he was a carpenter and cut all his fingers off. So when Trent comes to visit me, would I go visit his bar?
You know, I used to work at a truck wash, right? And I accidentally shut my hands in the hood of a truck. That's how this happened.
Was it a Cybertruck?
I'm kidding. That didn't. I was born like this. But I told a driver that once, and then he tried to tip me like $50. He was like, I told him I was just messing with him, but he was like, why are you? He's like, what happened to your hands? And I told him that story. He's like, and you still work here? And I was like, yeah, man. I mean, you got to pay the bills, you know?
Bitcoin is really hot right now. The VWAP's at the 0 line, so it wouldn't surprise me for us to get a little bit of a cool off on the 12-hour. And the daily's not quite clipping, but it's pretty dang close. But we have a lot of signs saying that we're gonna have continuation in price movement. We got blue oscillator waves; they haven't clipped. We got thick green money flow. The VWAP still above the 0 line. The 50 just crossed the 200. So I would not be surprised to see a pullback and then continuation. The 5-day still says we have gas. The 3-day says we could have a cool off. We probably could even cool off realistically, like down to like 102. I would say I would feel comfortable at 102 to 100 the 3-day. 5-day says we're still going, and the weekly on Bitcoin, it says we got more upward projection, that we haven't peaked out yet. And I would predict that we'd probably come down and then shoot up to like 113 to 114 ish range. Now ETH, I guess we should look at dominance, right? Because we want dominance to collapse. You know, if you really look at these all individual weeks, we really haven't saw a cool down. Like, we thought maybe this could have been the start of the altcoin season, guys. The dominance hasn't crashed yet, and we're at 63%. I would like to see us get up to 70 before crashing. I think that would be great, and we could project out. How many lines is this, Trent? How many candles do you think this is right here? You know, I'd be projecting out to
like 6.
Yeah, July. We could be at 70% by the end of July, which would be a really good time to have an altcoin season start.
I don't think we're going to 70% though.
Well, you know,
if we get another big rally on Bitcoin dominance, I think people will think that we're going to 70%. We're not.
Well, even if we do or don't do it, I mean, saying the end of the last week of July, that would be a good time to start like this parabolic phase. And now that would be a little premature to start it. And so, I mean, we could be looking the last week of July. We could have like 1-2 months of just everything going banana zone. Mm-hmm. Which would put us August, September, and we usually end at October through January 1st. So that would be a little premature, but that's not out of the realm of impossibility.
So I think what we're going to see is we're going to rally, altcoins included, and I think we will see Bitcoin dominance start to break down into June and July, and I think we're going to go very high. Maybe even 130, 140, and altcoins are gonna rip. And I think Bitcoin dominance is not just going to fall like a knife. It's kind of gonna fall like a knife, but it's gonna have some bounces on the way down. And I think those bounces will be during a big 20% dip in the market that we see maybe through August, September, like the old saying, remember bearish September, that might be a thing. I know those things don't play out every time. You can't take them as gospel. You have to adjust to what you're seeing as it's happening. But I think that we take that 20% dip and altcoins fall harder than Bitcoin. Therefore, Bitcoin dominance bounces a little bit on the way down. And then October, November, I think we really rip one last really hard time. So
I just wanted to point out, Trent, that if we get like a candle with this wick right here that we had like 2 months ago, that would wick us to just shy of 70%.
yeah, but
So you can't say it's not out of the realm of impossibility.
Yeah,
Or like, even like this red one.
Edge, though.
Yeah. Andre, if you or the one ever wanted to come up and join us, it'd be fun to have you on stage, or even if you just want a voice and just talk to us, it would be nice, because sometimes, or anybody else in the chat, just because it's quicker than typing, and it'd be good to have another person experience talk about what they are looking at.
We assume that people aren't into that sort of thing, but then Paul that one day was down to hop on, so we were like,
he hopped on yesterday.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's like,
he was like, "What's Trenton ate?" I'm like, "He left me. We want a separation today." It's Wednesday. He separates on hump day. he was like, "Oh, I'll jump in. It's okay." Okay, thanks, Paul.
Yeah, all conversation is good conversation, So.
And I think that ETH is looking pretty hot right now, because the 21 looks like it's plateauing just above the 200 and it's going to start curving back up. And we're going to cross the 50. And then it's going to go absolutely nuts. And everybody's going to go happy because altcoins are going to rally. And we've seen that when we chart out altcoins, we see a humongous rally coming. And we have the VWAP above the zero line. The money flow is coming into ETH finally. We have the strength coming up and the red stochastics coming up as well. The 5-day, the gates are freaking open like a mother freaking door. Okay, so that is exciting news, guys. Exciting news on the 5-day. And look at the 21. Look at this 21. It is literally plateauing and it's starting to curve back up. Dude, this thing's going to curve up like nobody's business. And then you got the blue oscillator waves screaming, "Open the door. We're open, guys. Get in." The red wave is shrinking, which means money flow is coming in.
Ganjandre, props to you, man. Like, honestly, pat yourself on the back. And, even though we can't hear you guys in the chat, everyone give him a silent round of applause, because, I hear people all the time, like, question, they talk themselves into a mindset of defeat that says, "Oh, well, I'm too late. I should have done this 10 years ago, blah, blah, blah." There's a million excuses, but bro, you're out there, studying, putting in the work, expanding your mind, like
finding channels that help educate you too.
The amount of our brain capacity that we don't use and we waste away. You're over here putting it to work and saying, "You know what? I can start today and be successful. I can start today and be successful." That's a winner's mindset. So
winner's mindset, man.
Good on you.
Well, I like what Dana White said, is that this generation of millennials, or like Gen Zers, are a bunch of pussies, and that if you can work an 8-hour day and get done and then come home and then start your entrepreneurial mindset and start building yourself up, he said this environment builds entrepreneurs, and they have gasoline to how this fire go, because nobody else is trying. It's easier compared to back when like the boomers were doing it. Everybody had that mindset. Everybody was trying to grow. So it's a good environment to grow.
Heck yeah.
I have Tyler's trinkets today. I mean, T-Square's trinket. Dang it, trinket.
Oh yeah. Hey, in my mind, we already did our Cardano spotlight when I when I gave the SUI community somehow. So.
All right, guys. So, I don't know if you guys are aware, what I do for a living is I am a garbage guy, and every now and again, I find things that catch my eye, and I'm like, I think this person's moving. I'm gonna go check out what they got. So these people flew out. I don't know if you guys can tell what this is, but it is a racket. I'm assuming it is a high-end racket. Let's open it up. I don't know if I've ever even opened this up because I have a couple of them. All right, guys, you tell me if this is a nice racket because it looks pretty nice to me. It's a Wilson.
Hey.
Ow! Ow! Hit myself in the head. It's too bouncy.
I have a friend that may or may not be watching the channel right now that plays tennis.
And then that's number one. Here's the second one that I got. Oh, that zipper is a little stiff. A lot of these probably won't go back in here because I don't know if I can get them out again. So we got this white one. Also looks nice. It's a dual taper beam. It actually has some sort of sticker right here. I don't know if you guys can see what this is, but it has like some sort of like verification on it. It says Wilson, strong type C 16 5 13 something 58 556 ball face lock. Somebody probably had this redone or something. Also pretty bouncy. I don't want to bounce towards my head because
hold on, I gotta talk about this comment real quick. Don Jandre just said, I've been by myself out here in Cali. What was it you that I was talking to that day that lives in Riverside? Because I'm in California too. I'm in Barstow. But he said I'm by myself. I work all night too, 10 p.m. to 6:30. I get out right when the market opens. Good stuff. Oh yeah, that was you. Okay. Out here in Cali, my mom died. That's rough, man. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
My dad kicked out in Miami. I got like 19K and 3 Frenchies. So been investing just into dogs. Did you see my Dalmatian that I put on the screen earlier? I have my wife and I have an 8-year-old Dalmatian and
they're trying to replace
6-month-old Dalmatian. I came out with a master plan to grow some legal outdoor and I got shit on my boy, canceled the plans on me, so I've been struggling since. Yeah, I hear you. Well, I will say, like, I know that I know that some people might not get this impression because we drink beer on the stream. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, by the way, but Tyler and I are believers in Jesus, and
Yep, he saved my life.
Yeah, Jesus drank wine.
Miracle turned.
Yeah. Don't think that we're not just because of this. Like, we're just read Ecclesiastes. Like, enjoying the earth and God's creation is a good thing in measure. But we're believers in Jesus, and I just want to say that we will pray for you, because that's some heavy stuff.
We could do it right now.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna lift my hand out to you right now. God, Andre, Lord, I lift him up, and I ask, Lord, for you to fill that spot in his life. If this is okay, I'm praying this for you because you didn't say anything, but I'm praying for you anyways. And Lord, you didn't intend for us to suffer on this earth, Lord, and that there's a lot going on in this man's life, and I just pray for spiritual healing over him. I pray for a mindset. Ooh, I can feel warmth coming out of my hands. I pray for a restoration, Lord, of 7-fold of what was lost, that he's going to get restored to him. I pray for finances are going to come to him, and he's going to have the wisdom to know how to handle them. I pray for a strong development in his life, and I pray for almost like a programming mindset, and he's putting these pieces together as he's just going, and he's just connecting these dots, and he's the development is going to just be an advancement in all areas of his aspect in his life and his work and his finances and his mind. I pray that you just have a divine outpouring on this man's life. In Jesus' almighty name, amen.
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 Yeah, man. You know, read a proverb every day, even if you don't know if you believe in Jesus. Like, his words are life, and read the proverbs every day, even if you just think that you're gaining good wisdom. You know,
Amen.
and it will do a transformative work in your heart. But you know, my heart really goes out to you, man, with what you said. That's rough. Like, you know, my wife lost her dad at a young age, and you know, I hope I'm not sharing too much on YouTube, but you know, like, it's just, I have a, you know, that one touches me, because it's, man, it's just some rough stuff that you
it's rough.
said right there. But you know, you're gonna get through it. So
crypto will make you wealthy, but stay away for the bear market, dude. Bear markets are crazy, man.
yeah,
that's all latest, man.
I make DMT, so I've been to heaven and got purified. It fixed me for sure. Well, you know, even still, like, wisdom, you know, the scriptures say, seek wisdom like more than rubies, to cherish wisdom more than fine gold and rubies. And you know, just give it a chance. Read some proverbs every day, even if you think that you're just getting some wisdom.
Well, also, you know, Bible. I don't know if the Bible, but you're surrounding yourself with people that think like-minded, that are like trying to pursue like growth in their lives, and you're just gonna start picking it up, you know. And that's not something that I gave up. Is like, I used to be super heavy into video games, and that was like that's what my friends did, and I developed out of that. And in fact, it's more recently, like, when I started streaming, I was like, dude, I want to do something better with my life, and I want to develop something for my kids. And I'm going on almost 4 months now, and haven't played any.
Yeah, man. Well, anything that we need to cover in the market still before we start to wrap up? Oh, you were, you know, we've
ETH is just going fire, man. I mean, I think we're going to be in like a little mini alt season here pretty soon.
Yeah,
that's what I think a lot of stuff's going to be running.
Yeah,
over the next couple of weeks. But no, we could probably finish it up right here. And you want me to close out? Or you want to close out?
Sure. You can go ahead.
Huckleberry lemonade was great. Trent didn't appreciate his beer enough, so he's not going to talk about it. 11%, you know, gives you a good buzz, makes the palate feel good, and you know, it's a good summer drink. I'll probably be drinking more, to be honest with you. Go ahead, Trent.
Yeah, this was Trapped in the 90s, double dry hopped, double hazy IPA by from Monkish Brewing Company, and it was 8.5%, and I'm gonna rate this an 8.3 out of 10. Not quite as high as Backpack Full of Cans. And thank you guys for what you do. We're gonna end the meeting for sure. You guys are
we're definitely gonna meet up someday, brother.
Yeah,
me and Trent started something, and we want to change like how the next generation of influencers are. I don't know how Trent feels about this, because I haven't actually talked about it, but with me, I feel like all the prime YouTubers that you see that have all the big viewers, they're all connected like this, and they've all been homies forever. And I think this next generation that are coming up, like me and Trent, we aren't part of that group. And I feel like we're like developing new friends and new relationships, and I really want to be respectful to our community. And another thing that I don't know if you noticed that me and Trent do that's a lot differently, if you go through and look at our videos, we do like 90% lives, because we want to be connected to our audience. We want to be able to read your comments, and we want to be able to talk to you. And we invite people up on stage too. I don't think a lot of people do that, and we're willing to do that. And we want to, get to know everybody, and we are excited to get to know people at the conferences. Like, hey, and we're like, hey, what's up? And as we grow and expand, I would love to donate some of the stuff that I find in my little trinket things, or we'll do more giveaways, or well, eventually, I think me and Trent
and the 4-pack of
we
beer.
might fill up our own beer, and we might be fun to.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can give away beer, but it would be fun to like go to a gathering, like or like a music show, and be
Give
able
away a cigar.
to put it on. Yeah, because I think another thing that me and Trent will probably end up doing, we might do stuff like that, like have a community show and have like a music fest and have everybody come out and hang out, just because
Heck
it's not
yeah.
us, because you help build us, so we're giving back to the community. And people like you guys who are like the originals will be like the OGs, you know. Well, I mean, as we get bigger, we're gonna need mods in our Discords and Telegrams, and we're the next gen. Just like you were saying, Ghana Andre, that you are new to crypto, you're new to this space, you're discovering the new influencers that are up and coming, and you're gonna be the next generation after us, and we want to be able to be connected still.
Yeah, man.
So I think a lot of the first gens missed that, and so I'm not saying everybody, but I'm just saying a lot of them I felt missed that, and so it's nice to be able to talk to you guys.
Yeah. Heck yeah. I want to make beer once I get my own spot. Yeah, exactly, man. Hey, I'm gonna do like it might take me I might be like a month or two out from this, probably more like 2, but over the summer at some point I do want to do a home brewing video, because a buddy of mine has all the equipment and I can do it vlog point of view style and do some home brewing for the channel, see how it turns out. So yeah.
Well, anyway, so like we were saying, Trent, did you rate your beer?
Yeah, 8.3. Not as high as Backpack Full of Cans, not quite as high as Fundamental Observation, but you know, 3rd highest on the show.
Yeah, so there you have it. His beer's good. My summer drink is great. Thank you guys for showing up for us, supporting us, building us. If you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button and follow us on X. And we're looking forward to meeting you guys all someday. And I'm T-Squared. This is Trentinator. And we appreciate you guys. We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to talk about what's happening tomorrow. And it's going to be great, Trent. We'll get all upset at SUI. And he's going to talk about how much better ADA is. And we're going to enjoy it. So you guys have a great night. Take care. T-Square out.